The WNBA draft is happening tonight, and we spoke to Asia Wilson last week, and she had some words of advice.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
And the player introductions are wrapped up. The start of the 2K Sports pregame show. Well, you better believe it. Outstanding, David. Thank you. And now a chance to take a look at some numbers for Davis.
And it's a nice month he's having. Something's got him motivated. He's become a much bigger contributor offensively. He's settled into the kind of groove that every player wants to get in.
Now Sacramento starting five. They've got JaVale McGee. Lowry out there with Bogdanovich. Then it's Anthony Davis. And it's Oubre in at the 3 slot. And for Washington, they've got Tristan Thompson. Paul Millsap out there with Hachimura. Then there's Russell Westbrook. And it's Oladipo in at the shooting guard.
Guys, what you love about Tristan Thompson, he never lets up off the offensive glass. He is thirsty for offensive boards.
Here's Oladipo. Softly drops in the floater.
Oladipo has a lot of shots at his disposal, including that pretty floater.
Sacramento off to a slow start. It's a 5-point game. Lowry from outside. Rebounded by the Wizards. And the rebound rate steadily climbing for Tristan Thompson doors in recent seasons.
Yeah, so much so, Kevin, that he set a career high back in 2018-19. You think about over the last 4 years, he has averaged more rebounds than points.
And Davis gets it to go.
They needed that. Just 1 for 5 to start this ball game.
Wizards have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Westbrook passes to Millsap. Here's Oladipo. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Oladipo's got his second basket.
Boy, not a bad beginning. 3 for 4 from the floor. Pretty good start.
Lowry passes to Oubre. Now McGee. Back to Oubre. The pass to Lowry. 6 on the shot clock. Now about 2 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Out of bounds, Washington takes possession.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
Here's Thompson. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 8 points a game. Pass to Westbrook. Pretty interesting, Doris, to see how these NBA players that come into the league looking one way physically and they leave looking another way. They change their bodies over the course of their career.
Kevin, you talked about this earlier. These players commit to their season over the course of 365 days. Virtually no offseason. Think about the reigning MVP, Giannis Antetokounmpo, who adds 50 pounds of muscle from the time he enters the NBA. Or the other side of the equation, right? A Yusuf Nurkic or a Marc Gasol who drop weight, Kevin, to enhance their quickness and their stamina. These guys are so committed.
They are. And out of Japan, a real interesting prospect, Hachimura, especially now that he can stretch the floor.
Yeah, he found the 3-ball in his last year of college, hitting over 40%. You combine that with the size, the motor, he is really versatile, and I feel like he's putting it all together.
Now, here's Lowry. He had a career game last time out. Bucket after bucket. Oubre. That one rolling around and rims out.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
And it's Westbrook missing. The Kings trail by 7. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Lowry against Westbrook. Pass to Oubre. 6 to shoot. Again, the miss by the King. And That's Thompson with the ball. He'll bring it up for Washington, coming off that loss against Philadelphia.
Well, when you're facing a team that's feeding off the crowd's energy, you have to bring your A game, and they didn't do that defensively.
One thing you know, Greg, is you've got to pack your defense in the suitcase if you're going to win on the road, and they simply did not bring it. Well, this guy has multiple ways to get to the free throw line, and boy, has his stroke been on the money.
Westbrook against Lowry. Pass to Davis. That falls. Nice feed that time from Kyle Lowry. Davis has got 5 now.
Now, there's an awareness that's required to be a good passer, and Kyle Lowry, he has it.
Now here's Westbrook. He had 27 points last game. It's Oladipo on the wing. No good on the triple. And so the first quarter is in the books. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And what stands out to you from Washington in this one?
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
I think across the board, a number of guys who've done a great job guarding multiple positions.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. On the floor for Sacramento, JaVale McGee is out there with Kelly Oubre. Then there's Bogdanovich. And there's Davis. And it's Lowry in at the point.
Well, for Washington, D.C. basketball, they have one title to their name, the champs back in '78.
What a run that was for that team led by the great Wes Unseld. But boy, in the 40 years since that title, my goodness, fans of this franchise have waited so patiently for that return to greatness. When will it come?
Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Well, guys, one of the things that the NBA has been forward thinking about is always accepting new ideas. They've got a bunch of them on the table in recent weeks. A mid-season tournament, a postseason play-in tournament, maybe even reducing the 82-game regular season schedule. All of these would be very bold moves, but Commissioner Adam Silver has always demonstrated a willingness to think outside the box. Evan?
DA, great assessment, good report. Thank you so much. Wizards leading by 7. Here's Hachimura. Oladipo can't get it to fall.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Oubre kicks to Bogdanovich. And the pass to Lowry. From 13, Washington with the rebound. Thompson's got his 6th rebound on the night.
Oh, man, still a goose egg for him in the scoring column.
For 3, Westbrook falls through. He's now made 2 of 4.
You can see how much time and effort Westbrook has put into working on that range shot. Under control, well-balanced, really good stuff.
Bogdanovich dishes to Lowry. .156 left in the first half. In the corner, it's Oubre. Outside, Bogdanovich. And once again, off the mark by Sacramento.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game.
Now, here's Oladipo. 10-point lead. This is their biggest. Here's Hachimura. That's good. And it's Millsap with the assist.
You have to push Hachimura out of there if you're the defense. He's a real problem on the interior.
Lowry passes to Davis. Bogdanovich with it. From downtown. Kept alive. And that one's good by Davis. Davis has got 7.
Just a grinder, always doing the dirty work on the offensive glass, and that's one of the things he brings to the table.
Shot on the wing. Again, the Wizards score.
We know this, Kevin. This mid-range game has always been attached to Russell Westbrook.
Against Westbrook, and he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
Really the right play defensively. If you can't block force them to the line.
He hits the second from the line.
Boy, Kyle Lowry has carved out for himself quite the career. This guy came in as a dogged defender, and on the offensive end, he's able to create for both himself and his teammates.
Now, here's Oladipo. He has 6. A three-pointer, no good. 4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Oubre kicks to Lowry. Davis with it. Picked up by Thompson. Davis dishes to Bogdanovich. McGee in the corner. Again, the miss by the King. It could go. That shot is off. And so it's Washington. All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for
the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to 2K. After the first 2 quarters of play, it's Washington in control. They lead by 11. And that'll do.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. Russell Westbrook really making a difference here.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very efficient.
I think they've taken their time. They've showed incredible patience. It's a sign of a well-coached ball club.
Russell Westbrook out there with Victor Oladipo. Then there's Paul Millsap. Then it's Thompson. And it's Hachimura in at the 4 spot. That's the group on the floor right now for Washington. They get the rebound. Thompson with the bucket. Thompson's got the lead up to 13 now for the Wizards.
Well, that's a prime example of why Tristan Thompson is considered one of the best offensive rebounders in the game right now.
Here's Westbrook. The second effort. McGee with the block.
Well, trying to find themselves in the second half here. Just 1 for 4 from the field. Can someone in the group get hot? Let's see.
Now here's Davis. He's got 7, rebounded by the Wizards. Thompson's got 11 rebounds in the game. Oladipo finds Westbrook. Shoots over Oubre, and it's Westbrook again missing.
Only 20% shooting in this quarter. They need to settle down and relax a little bit here.
Doris, you've said this often. It is incredibly difficult to compare guys of different positions in different eras, isn't it?
It really is. There's so many discussions about who's the GOAT, who's the greatest of all potential time. And there are certain names that are always going to pop to the top of the list, LeBron James. But it's very difficult to me, say, to compare a Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, one of the greatest to ever man the center position, had the impossible to check sky hook. But how do you compare him with LeBron James, who, though he is, and I don't know what position he is, he may be the greatest passer in the history of the league. Like, let's enjoy individual greatness without comparison. He's such a multi-talented threat on the offensive end, and you love his confidence.
Trains the three-pointer. Westbrook's got 11.
His first triple of the second half. That makes 3 for the game.
Bogdanovich passes to Lowry. Davis up top. He's covered by Thompson. Outside Lowry. And he overshot that one, missing.
Nobody even close to him, and he can't believe he doesn't knock it down.
Millsap kicks to Westbrook. Good for another field goal. Number 5 in the night. 5 for 10 shooting.
Well, this guy is so special. On the attack on the interior, this guy is seeking contact. He doesn't want to avoid it.
Lowry passes to Bogdanovich. Up and in from the low block. 1:02 left to play in the third. Near the three-point line, it's Westbrook. JaVale McGee grabs the miss. McGee's got his 5th rebound in this one.
Boy, a really tough quarter for this guy. Just struggling to make shots right now.
An offensive mastery right there. I mean, great move in the lane and then the flush.
With just no way for the D to handle it. And that's a foul called on Kelly Oubre. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. 3rd quarter action, and just under 3.5 minutes have gone. Pass to Oladipo. There's the 3.
And after getting off to such a good start offensively in that first half, haven't been quite as efficient here in the second.
And it's Bogdanovich off the drive. McGee finds Lowry. And here's Oubre. He's covered by Westbrook. Outside Bogdanovich. Another 3 for Sacramento.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
And Greg, you know exactly what that takes. It takes energy, it takes activity, it takes intensity.
And so it's the Washington Wizards with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. They've played the better game so far, but their work is far from over. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, making the game easy for your teammates, Greg. All about putting them in a position to score. That's pretty.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the 4th quarter in what is still anybody's ball game. On the court right now for the Kings, they've got Lowry. Anthony Davis is out there with JaVale McGee. Then there's Bogdanovich. And it's Oubre in at the small forward. And he gets it to go as they call the foul. He's on his way to the line for one more.
If there's a list of the best inside scorers in the NBA, Davis has got to be right at the top. When he gets his hands on the ball down low, you might as well just count it.
And here's Westbrook. He'll bring it up for the Washington Wizards. And following this one, they'll take on the Hornets in New Orleans. That one will start off a 3-game road trip for the team. Millsap looking it over. 5 on the clock. And it's Westbrook missing.
And since halftime, he has just been ice cold. Just can't seem to get anything to go his way. Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
The very definition of quality transition offense. If it can end at the cup, it's exactly where you want it.
Thompson. There's JaVale McGee with the rebound.
I'll tell you, even though he's not playing his best basketball, the team has played well and picked it up. I love it.
Here's Oubre. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. It's going to go on Tristan Thompson.
With Kelly Oubre, you know this guy's going to be in attack mode. Contact or no, this guy's going to be aggressive.
Washington trailing. Outside Westbrook. And another miss by Washington.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
He is trying to shoot his way out of it, and it might be better for him to pass the basketball at this point.
Second chance points always hurt. Just not enough effort to block out.
No doubt those extra possessions can really add up against you when you do not take care of the defensive glass.
Now here's Lowry following the miss by Russell Westbrook. Lowry passes to Davis, and they double up Davis. And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. And Sacramento has possession. Lowry passes to Oubre. Sacramento moving it around. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Davis. That one, no good. And the Wizards now going the other way. Here's Millsap. Nails the baby hook.
They count on Millsap to deliver in these big moments, and there he does.
Lowry looking around. Here's Davis. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It's the first. That will put them up by 2. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 3-point game.
He is absolutely the guy you want at the line in that situation. It just shows you how much he loves these moments.
Washington calls timeout. They trail by 3. 1:36 left in the fourth quarter. And now let's present our Jordan Player of the Game, Anthony Davis.
Yeah, more than half of their scoring has been through him. It hadn't been selfish either. That's the way they mapped this thing out, and they knew what a tough matchup he'd be for their D, so they just decided to ride it.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Well, during the break, I listened in on Scott Brooks' huddle. He said, guys, we don't want to play hero ball. We don't want to take threes that aren't there. There are better options when you run the offense all the way through. Evan will see if they can make that adjustment.
That one, no good. Good D by Thompson. Wizards trail by 3. And Davis sends it back.
He's got that huge wingspan, and boy, does he use it well on the defensive end. If Davis is within shouting distance of the shooter, there's a good chance he'll get a hand on it.
Now here's Westbrook. Good work defensively by Lowry.
Nothing seems to be going his way this quarter.
Well, not at the offensive end, certainly. He cannot buy a bucket right now. Lowry letting everybody in the building know when there's a big bucket to be made, get me the ball.
Here's Westbrook after the made shot from Kyle Lowry. Looking to get it going. Got it. What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
There isn't a person in the gym who didn't know Westbrook was taking and making that shot.
Here's Davis. It falls.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and coach knows it.
Well, the best players, to me, deliver night after night after night. So as long as he's hot, keep riding it.
A nice move to create a gap there in the defense and get to the bucket.
We can probably expect to see him slow it down now.
Yeah, I think you want to milk your possession.
15 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Good!
Relentless in their approach, even with the game firmly in hand.
This is a textbook example of playing the possession and not the score. This team is doing a great job continuing to execute.
Time called here. The Wizards decide to talk it over. They're down by 5. 9 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Guys, what do you think?
Trying to stay alive, they've got to work quickly.
This is the very definition of desperation mode right now. They need a quick shot and a quick foul.
Millsap going for the W. He's looking focused.
7 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one, and so they foul intentionally.
Honestly, just doing what they have to in order to get the basketball back.
And so he drops them both. It's a 4-point ball game.
You've got to show composure, and he comes through right when the team needs him most.
Can't connect from long distance. So it's the Kings taking the W in a close one. David, thank you as always. Thank you for joining us. That'll do.